100%.
Okay, well, all I'm saying is the stats do not show that lifetime partners has any effect on your likelihood of getting married. That's the stats.
Well, why have marriage rates been plummeting then?
My marriage,
Why are less men
because
marrying?
of body count, apparently.
That could be a part of it.
I don't think
No,
so.
but I'm telling, because you're looking at it like, okay, so your ability, you having your
It
body
doesn't
count
affect
doesn't affect your
desirability.
ability to get married. But what I'm arguing is that why are marriage rates plummeting?
Because
Because
you're saying
now
because
it's
of body
different.
count?
Well, there's a
Where's you getting that? That's making it
No,
guess.
hold on. There's a multitude. This is a multifaceted situation why
Yes.
marriage rates are plummeting.
Yes.
But I would argue that feminism, women being sexually empowered, women being more promiscuous than ever been before, women acting more like men than they ever have before, all these things contribute to the degradation of the institution of marriage.
Yeah, maybe we don't know, but we also
Why
we
else
do
would
know-
it be then?
because women have more opportunity, they have more ability to work, so they don't
Thanks
need
to
men.
what?
They don't
Thanks to
need
what?
yeah,
Thanks to what?
they don't
Feminism,
need men,
right?
and that's good. That
That's my
means
argument.
less relationships with
agree.
shitty people.
Not necessary.
You agree? You said literally that's what I said. I said
What?
feminism.
That women are more likely
Yes.
to
Yeah.
leave shitty situations and
Yeah,
abusive
you got it.
situations. So that's great. Yeah,
But
great, wonderful.
but marriage rates have plummeted as a result of that.
But not because
Is
of
that
body
bad?
count.
Not necessarily.
No, I didn't say that's. I don't know if that's a component.
If
I
you're
don't
in
know.
a
There's no
restaurant and you slept
because
with everybody
you
in the
guys say so?
restaurant and you're with your husband, do you think he's gonna appreciate that?
I don't
If you
know.
slept with half the
Wait,
restaurant?
what's your question? This is.
I'm saying, like, if you sleep with a lot of people and you're with somebody, he's not gonna want to be with somebody that's
So
fucked
that's why
everybody.
but he says women initiate the divorces anyway. So he's not
Yeah, I would
initiating the
They do.
divorce. So they're not doing it
You
because
don't
of
get what
body
I'm trying
count.
to say, though. I'm saying,
No.
Like,
like,
wouldn't men
If you
initiate
met
it
her-
then?
See,
You
here's
know
the thing.
what I'm saying.
Like I said before, it's a very complex situation. It's multifaceted.
I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah. So we can say, I'm saying body count is a contributor to it, but there's a multitude of other reasons.
How is it
why-
a contributor? Can you explain that? How is it a contributor?
Okay. Thanks to feminism, women have become empowered to make their own decisions when it comes to a variety of things in their life,
Mhm.
whether it's partners, career choices, etc. All of this, and then you add in the internet, you add in dating apps, you add Instagram, etc. All this is effectively done is increase the opportunities and options for women in the sexual marketplace. Would you agree?
But for
Yeah,
guys,
but women
too,
are
it's the
less,
same
way
for
less
guys.
Hold
likely
on.
to get.
Would you agree to that?
Yes, but I don't think that means that that's what's causing the divorces. Women are less likely to be repartnered than men after divorce. That's a stat that's been replicated.
But here's the thing. But they have more to gain after divorce.
No, they do far worse. This is something you guys say on your show, and I don't understand how. Like, do people just not check? Women fare off far worse financially, lower standard of living, more likely to be in poverty, more likely to seek government assistance, less likely to repartner. However, men fare off far worse psychologically, more likely to get cancer, more likely to get depression, more likely to have drug and alcohol issues. This has been this is established.
If it's
in
so
the stats.
negative, then why are women like just running to get divorced?
I think women want to get divorced when they have like an economic, like when they have resources, they're more likely to get divorced. So I agree with you. Now that women have more resources, they're less likely to stay with shitty men or in abusive situations. But I don't think they're like, oh, my body count's high, let me leave. That doesn't make
I
sense.
said that's a component. That's
What-
not the
but
only
how
thing.
is that a component? That's what I would like to know.
Like, what
As a
percentage
byproduct
of the
feminism,
components?
As a byproduct of feminism, women have become more sexually empowered. Therefore, they've had higher, more sexual experiences.
So you're saying the more sexual experiences leads to a likelihood of more divorce? Because I agree that's a byproduct of feminism. I just don't think it's that byproduct that's causing the divorces.
It's like I said before, it's a bunch of things, but having higher body counts is definitely a part of it.
And I don't think it's.
But it's
I
one.
think this is how I think it could be
It's
a part
one
of it.
spoke in a spoke wheel of destruction.
This is how I think you may be right. So there's one thing that's really determinant of a long-term relationship. It's something called positive self-delusion. So positive self-delusion is how much you believe that the person you're with is the only person, even though it's not true, that can bring about the feelings of love, warmth, attachment you feel. The more you believe that that person is the only person that can bring it, it's called positive self-delusion. You should look it up. It's a concept in psychology. You're more likely to stay with that person. So yeah, if you've never been with anybody else ever.
Who is that more prevalent in, women or men?
What do you mean? Both.
But
Look it
But who do you think it's more important for it to attach to, the man or the woman?
What do you mean attached to what? What do you mean?
That concept that you just mentioned.
Who should have it to make things work in a relationship, men or women?
Well, from the stats, it looks like for both people, the more positive self-delusion you have, the more likely you are to be with your partner for both.
If you had to choose one gender,
Why do I have to choose one gender if that's not true?
we're just saying for the argument's sake.
That doesn't make sense. Like, why should I just pick? Like, it's not a thing.
Bro, you and
See-
Destiny
you see what
are
happened here?
two peas in a pod. Destiny, where you at, bro?
Yeah, what's it called? Positive self-delusion?
Positive
Delusion?
self-delusion.
Yeah. So here's the thing. That basically is that's a kind of roundabout way of saying pair bonding.
But pair bonding isn't affected by, unless you're looking at, I've looked this up thoroughly. The one study on prairie voles, the rodent, and it's not even replicated on their cousin, and they do lifelong bonds. Human beings don't do lifelong bonds. They even can bond for life if just by cohabitating for 24 hours, and human beings obviously don't do that. A lot of times when their partner dies, they never get some of them just fucking commit suicide. Like, that's not how human beings, and this is the one study that shows it. There's also people say that, oh, your oxytocin depletes. That doesn't. Drugs and alcohol can contribute to that. So a lot of times people who are hooking up a lot, they also consume more drugs and alcohol. But this idea that oxytocin depletes the more you like, one of the biggest releases of oxytocin for women is childbirth. So unless you're saying that a woman loves each subsequent child less, it wouldn't make sense to say that your oxytocin depletes because you've been with multiple people.
Women need to attach to a man. It's more important for the woman to attach to the man than the other way around for the relationship to work.
It's called pair bonding, not one person.
And what you mentioned, and the reason for that is because women lose interest in men far quicker than men lose interest in women. So it's
because, and you're saying that because why? Like, why?
Do you disagree that women?
I don't know. Like, where are you getting that? I'd like to know where you're getting that.
Okay, well, studies show that women lose attraction to men, and they lose attraction way faster than men lose attraction to women. So in other words, if a woman is far more likely to be less happy in a relationship and have that attraction drop off significantly versus a man, it's slower.
So there's a study on this? What's the study? I'd like to look it up.
Women lose interest quicker than men do.
And where is this like I'd love to look at the study because I've never seen it.
It's in our link tree.
Google it.
We can pull it up.
Okay.
But I mean that's just common sense too.
Though.
Like, who initiates the breakups? Like, women absolutely get bored more than men do. Women need more emotional stimulation than men do to be in a relationship and be attracted to the opposite gender. Men are way easier to please than women. I mean, this is just common sense.
What world are you living in?
I think
now you're just arguing, bro.
You just said it's the worst.
If you can't even agree that women lose attraction faster than men do, and women require far more mental stimulation by your own admission, I need a man that's intelligent and be able to have a whole conversation.
Yeah, but the men I like also need a woman to be intelligent.
But men don't have the same requirements that women have of men.
Some men.
Incredible.
We have found Destiny's co-host.
Bro, this is incredible.
I'm telling you, bro.
I have a question. What kind
of you can't even agree on
practice?
basic facts. Yeah, go ahead.
Don't go to her.
Somebody was saying something?
Don't go to me. I don't need you guys' clients.
I was like, my studies asking what kind of law do you
I don't want to handle your estate.
I mean, if you can't even agree on that basic concept that women lose attraction faster than men do, then I don't know.
So you're saying if two people are like madly in love and they're hanging out all the time and they're having a great time, you're saying the woman in that situation is more likely one day to wake up and be like, than the guy?
Women lose attraction faster than men do.
I honestly haven't looked at the studies on this, and I'm willing to
that?
Yeah,
I mean, it's simple if you look at it from a logically sound standpoint. Like, who requires more to be attracted to the opposite gender? Women require more of a man to be attracted to him.
Men also. You guys only care about this young, fertile woman, but a lot of men, like lawyers, I can tell you, they want to actually have conversations with women. They don't want women
Everyone
that are.
Isn't a lawyer
because they want to fuck you.
I understand. Everyone isn't you. Everyone isn't a Miami podcast.
They want to fuck you, so they tell you what you fucking want.
Globally, not just Miami, by the way.
Yeah.
And also, are you from Miami?
No.
But you're here, right?
Yeah.
So our pool of samples are not from Miami. You keep saying Miami.
This right here just proved that you're arguing. You're just arguing in bad faith. You can't even concede that women have far more requirements of men than men have of women.
Yeah, tell me why you're getting. So this is what I think about men and women. People tend to like women. Yes, I do. People tend to date people that they get along with, that they both think is funny, intelligent, whatever. And this is what the attraction.